Put it on this computer. Perfect. Awesome. So thanks everyone for coming to my class today. Today I'm talking about kind of setting up for success with Command. So this is just going over the basic foundations. I think this is a great place to start and maybe point out some things that not everybody knows. It's kind of a great way to get things set up so we can move forward to more advanced steps. So it might be a pretty, you might be like, oh, I know this, but yeah, maybe some people don't, or maybe there's something about it you didn't know before and something like that. Perfect. So, yep, I'm going to go over those 11 areas of command. I'm going to go over your marketing profile and then a referral profile. And then we're going to add a contact at the end in case anybody has any questions about that, because adding contacts is one of the most important things for your database. So I think that's something important to go over. So perfect. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now. Share this one. Perfect. Okay, can everyone see my command? Perfect. Cool. Cool. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of jump through the 11 different areas over here on the left side, which is kind of like our main kind of toolbar. So obviously this is the page where when you open to command, this is your main dashboard. We've got a lot of good things in here. I'm going to minimize this, I think. So yeah, perfect. This is what you see when you first log in. You can customize this view if you would like. So tailor it to what's important to you. So I have tasks up here. I have put my product updates over here on the right, just because that's most important to me. That's something I want to see every day when I first log in. So to customize that, we can click this customize up at the top right. And here you see everything displayed on this page. So sponsored events, that's things going around the office. So that will be this little square right here. Business coaching, anything like that sponsored by Keller Home Loans. So you can kind of just see what's going on in the office right there. Most active contacts, that's going to be right here, or yeah, right here. And just things like that, tasks, that'll be right in the center there. Product updates, I moved that around. And anything you don't want to see, like if you don't use this notepad, just click that check bar and I'll click save down here, apply. And that'll take the notes off of this home screen so you don't take up spacing, things you don't want to see basically, or that are not helpful to you. So customize this however you'd like. I think that's really helpful to kind of get started. Perfect, so that's your home screen. And these up here are pretty cool. These are little like quick views. So leads never contacted. So these are people who have come into your database, but you've not clicked on them, opened them, done anything with them. That's a great quick view to see that. Recently active, anybody who's registered with your website already, and they've maybe logged into your website, that sort of thing. So perfect. Yes, and birthdays. So if you put any birthdays in for your clients, it's going to show up here and be like, hey, this month it's these people's birthdays. Do you want to reach out to them with a card or whatever your birthday kind of follow-up plan is? And home anniversary. So if you put that into command, that's going to show up here as well. And you can see that on a monthly basis. Perfect. Any questions kind of about the home screen here? Yep. Perfect. Awesome. So next one is obviously contacts. It's very important for a database. So this is where all of your contacts are going to be stored. Did somebody have a question?
I do. I'm so sorry. I
No,
couldn't.
you're good. What's
I
up?
had the full screen. I couldn't get my unmute off. If you could go, can you on the screen that we had before? Okay, where you were editing. Can you go back to that?
Yeah, definitely. So that'll be your dashboard.
There. Okay.
Here at customize.
So can we, where it says leads never contacted, recently active, birthdays, anniversaries, is that where we could add, say, their wedding anniversary date in there also if I wanted to? Can I add like a optional make one up type thing?
You definitely can make that an option, a customized field in their contact, but that will not show up here because it's mainly focused on like business up there.
That's what I wanted to know. Okay, thanks.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, we can put that. No, you're good. We can put that in the regular contacts, but it won't show up here.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. So contacts, this is where everyone's going to be stored. And so you can search by name and then filter that also. Search by kind of whatever you want. So birthday, last contacted, primary phone, anything like that. Like anything that will help you look for the certain client that you're looking for, a certain group that you're looking for. Um, and then you can customize, well, this is where all of your clients are going to be. So I've only got a few in here. These are like past agents that I know, that I just threw in here, and I have a few demo ones. So my name's in here a few times, but you can customize these, kind of areas as well. So if you want to see everybody whose email and phone number you have, we can customize these columns and we can go ahead and move that up. So I want to see everyone's phone number. So I'm going to put that here at the top, primary email at the top, apply, and that's going to bring that right over here. So you can see everyone. It's just like closer to the left, more convenient to see. If that makes sense. Tags, you can move that over as well. Perfect. And then over here as well as available columns. So anything you want to see, so primary address, date of birth, I can click those and those will come in on that kind of toolbar. So I can just easily see that as soon as I click to the contact page. It's perfect. That brought their tags over one, just to make it easier to see.
Do we do the same thing with tags? And
Yeah.
rearrange the tags? Okay.
Yep, we can move those over. If you want that to be the first thing you see, just move it up to the top.
But can we do it inside the tags? Like change the tags too?
Oh yeah, that would be in their contact card. So I'll click into Alyssa and her tags are gonna be on here. If you go into edit, her tags are here at the bottom and you can add more tags here.
Can
Or
you move
create a
them
custom
around?
as well. Move them around. Not necessarily.
Like put one in the front so I can see the main tag that I'm looking for most of the time. Because I'm just asking this because I'm doing Lolo. So if I could see that tag sticking out, or could you find that out if we could do that? That'd be great.
You can search by tags over here. So if you hit filters, make sure it's on all contacts up here, tags, and search by that tag. So I'm gonna go search by a demo account tag. Apply, that's gonna bring them up. So you can search by tags if that would help you see that better. Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. So that's kind of contacts. You can do a lot in a contact card, which I'll go over, but this is where basically everyone's going to be stored.
Ashley, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, what's up?
So Sherry and I are on a team together and we have like our own contacts under our own name and then we have the S group as well.
Mhm.
Is there a way, because like I can't see Sherry's, like nothing's under the S group.
Gotcha.
So is there a way to add all of our contacts under the S group and then they'd be all like labeled under mine and under hers?
Yes, yep. So contacts come in, there's an owner and assignee. So whoever's command they came in under, that's going to be the owner. And then it can be assigned to the owner or assigned to anybody on the team, basically. So to do that, so I do have a practice account on here or a team account kind of to show how that works. So mine's the practice team. But if you go ahead and select, so I'm in my personal one, select everyone you want to move to the team, you're going to hit change account over here on bulk actions. If that makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
Change
No,
account.
that's awesome.
And then you're going to move it to the practice team or wherever you want to put them.
That's super easy. Thank you.
Heads up, if you have them on a smart plan in your personal, they will be all removed and you'll have to set them back up once you move them to the team page, if that makes sense, or the team command account. So just be aware of that.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Perfect. So the next kind of basic area of command is going to be our tasks. And think of this as like your virtual to-do list. And just kind of this can pull from smart plans. This can be ones that you set up manually that you wanted to do. Like I want to call so-and-so a week from now, create a task and it'll show up in your command. You'll get a reminder to go ahead and do that. So tasks are really great. So I just set up a basic one here. So call Ashley and that's linked to that demo contact. So if I click into this task, it's gonna show me everything. So call her medium priority. I have it to repeat to call monthly on the 8th. Call description, like what do I want to call about? Ask about her home search, all that sort of thing. So these are tasks that you can create for yourself later. So you can kind of plan your next week and don't have to go back and reference like a paper calendar, paper notes everywhere. Yeah, if that makes sense. So I don't have a ton of tasks in here, but it's really helpful to kind of see. There are completed, so these are ones that I've created then marked complete. So done that, you're good. It'll move over here and you can kind of look back and see what you've done. That's a good way to kind of track, oh, like this worked. I talked to her 4 times in the past week and now we have an appointment. So that kind of thing, just to keep track. Archived, these are kind of tasks that you're like, oh, I was talking to this client and then they had something go on. I'm going to go ahead and archive that task until they tell me it's good to reach out to them or whatever. So just kind of halting that task, but not deleting it, just so you remember to go back to it. But yeah, any questions for the task? Is anybody kind of using this daily, or do they find it helpful or kind of like annoying that you get 50 million tasks? Oh, cool. I think it's a great tool to kind of get started using and start small. Just do like 1 task a day or assign yourself 1 task a day so you get used to kind of using it. Perfect. So go ahead and go to Smart Plans. So Smart Plans are kind of the automated lead gen touches and other automated marketing that you can set up. So when you first click into Smart Plans, you're going to come to this page and it's going to show you My Smart Plans up here. And then these are all ones that I have copied from the library that I want to edit and use. So where I've gotten these from is this library tab up here. And these are all smart plans that either other agents have set up, KWRI has set up, so Keller Williams set up, top rated. So these are ones that agents really like. And then you can kind of look through and say, oh, St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to click into this one, view steps, and 1 automated manual email. So it looks like you'll have to create an email for this, but this is a great way to kind of get 1 step in, 1 touch for St. Patty's Day. So to kind of move this to allow me to edit it, I'm going to go to Add Smart Plan. You do have to rename them, so I'm going to do Day 2024, download. By downloading it, it's going to go to My Smart Plans, this tab over here, and it's going to show up right here. So that's a great way to kind of look at what you want to use, used in the past, that sort of thing. So these are the name of all the smart plans contacts. So this is going to show how many people are currently active on that smart plan. So if it's blank here, then just nobody's currently getting that smart plan. I have 1 little eyeball down here. So that means 1 person is on my 6-month just looking smart plan. And then 1 person's on my neighborhood nurture smart plan. So this also shows me the date it was created, how long the smart plan is going to run for. So this is 90 days, about 3 months of touches going out, and then this is just 1 day. So it kind of varies on how long you want these plans to last. Total touches, so this is how many times it's going to either encourage you or automatically reach out to the client for you. So that can also vary. So this has 1 touch every 31 days. This has 8 touches every 50 days. So just kind of look at that and work that into your plan of how many touches you want to do for your clients, if that makes sense. Actions over here. So you can add clients to smart plans from this screen. So if I go ahead and add, I'm going to click here and search by name. I'm going to add this person to my smart plan, add to smart plan. And then I'm just going to say start a specific date. You can schedule out when you want it to start, or you can just say start now. I think this one's actually, oh no. It gives you a reminder of, hey, just remember I believe like national call list and that sort of thing, the consumer app or consumer protection. So just make sure you are aware of that. So confirm, added a smart plan, and that should say 2 once it kind of loads. Yeah, to edit a smart plan, you can go ahead and hit this edit button, and that's where you're gonna put content in or take content out that you don't like. So make sure you look at these and really customize them. They're a good place to start, but you definitely want to make it sound like you. And I have a smart plan class coming up that will focus on kind of building them out, so stay tuned for that. Because these definitely take some time, but they're really nice once you get them automated and set up. They're a great way to kind of automate your follow-up and maybe some nurturing as well. Perfect. Any questions here? I know smart plans can kind of be kind of crazy. Perfect. Sounds good. I'm gonna keep moving on. Am I going too fast, or is this a good pace to kind of? I'm going too fast. Okay, I can slow down a tiny bit. No problem. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna go minimize that again. Perfect. So next kind of area of command that I think is really cool is the referral applet. So this is an internal thing with all Keller Williams companies. And it kind of helps get referrals based off of area. And you can build a network. There's a lot that goes into this, but it's a good referral network to start with KW, other KW agents. So I don't really have anything set up super in here because I'm not an agent. But if you were to look at this, so this is your dashboard. So this would be any pending invites, pending referrals that you could possibly look into, pending referrals. So these ones are invites are ones you send out, referrals are ones you can see. And then that sort of thing. So received, sent. So just kind of keeps track of any referrals that you're working with here.
So,
yeah.
Ash, one question on the referrals. They have to be inside Keller Williams. It couldn't be at, like, I gave a referral yesterday to a Berkshire Hathaway agent.
Yeah, not through this specific applet, no. You wouldn't find them in here. They have to be a KW agent, yeah. Yep. So my referrals, these are ones that you would have sent out, ones you would have received, and you can kind of keep track of. Basically, your referral pipeline is a good way to look at this. And then map, this will take you all over. So let's say you have a client who wants to move to Nashville. Search map. So I'm going to go to Nashville. Tennessee. So I'm just kind of searching agents in this area. So I'm going to type in the city, and then over here, all sorts, so many agents are going to pop up. So obviously 578 is a lot to kind of look for. But there's a few more things on this map here. So production is how many kind of deals you have going on in this area at the moment. So let's go ahead and click into Brandy Lee Gamble. And let's say you were like, oh, I want to check out her stats a little bit. So she's on the I think this clicks somebody else. So Jason Crossland, he's on the Crossland team. Looks like these are all of his agents here. And you can click this to add him to your referral network, and that will allow you to reach out. But it looks like 8 agents, 60 units. I'm not exactly sure what this number would stand for, but maybe production for the year. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. But this just kind of gives you access to look into that agent and see if that's somebody you want to work with. But if you were to click on this button, which is going to add them to your referral network, you would find all of those people here. So my network, these are people that you vetted and kind of been like, oh, I want to work with them based off their referral profile and that sort of thing. That's a quick rundown. So I can definitely do a deeper dive at a different point, but this is just good to know this is here, just to get interested in that. So any questions about that? Perfect, perfect, perfect. So next tab is going to be our opportunities. So this one is pretty well known, I'm guessing. So this is your pipeline, and kind of your listings, buyers, leases, and your ratio here, which is really nice. That'll keep track of that for you so you can see how many buyers you have compared to listings and that sort of thing. But again, this is where you're tracking all of your deals, tracking contracts, and then you put all of your kind of documents in here as well. So hopefully, yeah, people are pretty familiar with these. I don't have any opportunities again because I'm not an agent, so I don't have any deals going on or really anyone I'm trying to move along the pipeline here. Perfect. Cool. So next kind of applet I want to talk about is campaigns. And campaigns and smart plans are pretty similar in the way that what they do, except for the way that they do it. So smart plans think more automated. Campaigns are going to be your social media, your paid ads, any direct mail that you want to do, so postcards and emails. So these are like specific email templates that you would send out. These can be one-off emails or like a newsletter you could do in here as well. Yeah, so there's a lot in here, but you can post or you can kind of manage your social media from here. So create content, put it in here. As long as your Facebook page is connected, you can just automatically set that up in here so you don't have to go to Facebook and post that content basically. This is where you're going to get those Facebook ads. So this is where you're going to set that up from, and that will be in that paid ad quick start. So if you click here, it's going to take you to all sorts of like your ad types that you can make. And we can go over this in more depth, but for now, this is just kind of where you find this to get started. Perfect. I'm going to go back to campaigns. Yep, so dashboard is going to show you kind of what you have going on. So I don't really have too much going on scheduled, but there's a lot of tips and trainings that are posted here. So create neighborhood video, which is a really cute little thing you can post on social media. And these are some posts and other things. So I do recommend kind of checking these out and seeing what you can learn from here. Yeah, but this is definitely one I'll have more classes on and go more in depth in on everything you can do here. But it's just a good thing to know is here and kind of the difference between smart plans and the campaigns. Next one is going to be reports. So this is kind of tracking your business. So dashboard, database health, this is how many emails you have of all of your contacts. So that's a 93% phone number. I have 80% of my database's phone number entered. I have 20% of my addresses, so that's probably like one person's address I have. Neighborhoods, home anniversaries, birthdays. So it's kind of keeping track of the information that you have about your database, basically. So I have 15 records, contacts, or 13 contacts, 2 leads. Does everybody know the difference between leads and a contact? Does anybody want to say if they know?
The difference is a contact is all the parties that you have filled in, no matter if you know them or not. If they pass client, current, whatever, or if they're a current client, they're a lead, and you have to click the lead button in the contact. Right?
Not quite how Command does it, but if that's a way you remember it, that's great to know. But basically, just how it comes into Command, contacts are people that you've talked to before, had two-way conversation with. Leads are more people, I've never spoken to this person here, but they registered on my website. That's a lead. But once you've spoken with them, you can take that lead off and they're now a contact. That's just the way Command kind of differentiates the two, but if you have a separate way of kind of looking at that, that's totally fine. I mean, this is your database, so it should be organized how you want it. Perfect. So there's a lot to look in here. So I do recommend you kind of look at that. But sources is kind of really fun to see. So Mine's split very evenly, which is probably pretty unique. But so I have 25% of my leads have been from my new signup, so that's my website. And 25% have been from an open house that I set up. Just that was me just kind of looking into and honestly just registering myself. So that was just me practicing. 25% is my sphere and 25% is my database. So it's just kind of seeing where your leads are coming from. And yeah, these are so database activity score. So this is kind of a good way to see how you're doing on reaching out to your contacts, your database, that sort of thing. So obviously I'm not doing super well reaching out. So 92.3% of my database I have not reached out to in the last 91 days or more. Hopefully your guys' scores are better than mine. But yeah, any questions about this page? This is
So-
just yeah, what's up?
It's like, just to clarify, so if
Yeah.
I'm doing phone calls, right? So I'm going through my contacts and I'm manually logging the activity. Like I'm manually logging, wrote a handwritten note for this occasion, made a phone call. All of that activity is what's going to show up. That's what's going to show up down below in that
Yes, down here.
activity bar.
Yes.
So in order for it to show up, I have to actually, just clarifying, you have to actually go in and log that for it to be represented in that section.
Exactly. Yep. Or if you had a set task, like you had a task to write a note card to so and so, if you go and mark that complete, that's gonna track as activity as well. Yep. But if you manually add it, it'll show up here. Yes. Yep, and just kind of help boost the red down there. So yeah, great question. Perfect, perfect. And there's a lot you can look in here as well. So goals, this is a great thing to look at in January. So setting goals, kind of what you want your end of the year to be and then how to get there. So that's a great screen. You could also visit it now as we're entering, I believe, the second quarter. Here pretty soon, you could always go in and set this up and kind of break down what you want the rest of the year to look like. If you do, you can go in here and kind of mess around, or we can set up a time to look at it because there's just so much in here that doesn't fit into like our foundational kind of overview here. Definitely perfect. Okay, so next applet is going to be the design center. So this is the content creation, media creation kind of applet of Command. So this is where you can make all your social media posts. You can make a little neighborhood video. You can make business cards in here, listing packets, all sorts of things. And it's easy to use kind of once you get the hang of it. So I've got quite a few designs kind of going here. But basically you would just go in, create design, kind of choose where you want it to go. So it's going to be either social media, you want to email it, print it, or you want to make a video. Also down here, you can, if you're making like a listing, like a post about a listing, maybe a listing presentation, you can import photos from a listing as long as your MLS is connected, and we can go over where to do that at. But that makes it really nice because it's going to draw in a lot more information, pictures and stuff like that you won't have to manually enter, which is really cool. But I'm going to click into one of the seller guides I have up here already. Maybe. And this is one of my favorite editing tools that I wanted to just, I'm trying to show everyone because it makes working in design so much easier. So over here we have the, I believe this is a buyer's packet. 32 pages. So I just got this from templates that are already available here in Command Design. But basically these are all the pages, and then you would go through and kind of customize this. So client name, you can double click on the text to kind of edit it, or my favorite tool is this typewriter tool. I think I've shown a few of you this before, and then you can just type this in up here because some of this text gets pretty small, kind of like this website stuff down here. We want to make sure it's correct as well, but we also don't want it to get super huge on the page. so you can kind of customize it that way. So I'll click in here, typewriter, all this is going to show up, and then I can customize it right here. But yeah, so this is where you're going to create a lot of that content. So I'm going to save this and go home. And this is really nice because I was just looking at Canva Pro with a different agent or just Canva itself, like the basic version that you don't have to pay for. And it's getting really limited. So this is a great thing to learn if you're kind of between them. I would go to Command Designs and kind of learn that system because it's offering a lot more than the free version of Canva. If you want to do the Canva Pro, I believe it's $120 a year. And you can do some cool things with it, but it's not what it used to be for free for sure.
Can you connect your current Canva? Because I have Canva Pro.
You don't really connect them because in Designs, it's really just content creation, and then you download it, and then you can, if you want to set up social media through here, you would just upload it to here. So you don't really connect Command with Canva, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you would just upload the content that you made in Canva into here. If that makes sense. So perfect. Moving on, we're almost done with kind of 11 areas. So listings. So this is really cool. So you can sync your MLS, and this will pull in all the listings under you, or if you're in a team view, under your team. So that's really nice. And then you can just kind of see what's going on. You don't have to go all the way to the MLS to get whatever, like the listing price or whatever, in case you are just looking to create content or something like that about it. So, and then you can search as well. So you can search for listings in here. It's going to bring up a few different things, I think, based off of your area. So this is going to pull in some things from Worthington, which is just where I'm located now. So that's kind of a nice feature to do a nice search in here. And then click into one, and then you can just kind of see it. You can see all the pictures. So this is pulling from the MLS. Just another way to search, very similar to the MLS. I believe you can send things in here, but yes, so this is just kind of helping you see. So this is a lot of sold things as well, so that's not super helpful. Fetching listings off market. So yeah, this is just another way to search for any properties or anything like that. And down here, the bottom one is the consumer applet. So this is where you get to your website, your back end of your website to make changes. I know quite a few of you have updated to the new version, but if you haven't, that's fine. It's just going to be an option over here, like right in this kind of blank area, to upgrade your website. And I do recommend that because that unlocks a bunch of new features that we just dropped in January. And if you want help, just set up a meeting with me, or we can talk after this. We could totally look at that. But yeah, so this is the back end to your website. So this is where you'd edit it. This is where you can find your URL, your app, your URL app, which I haven't talked a lot about, but we can definitely get there because there's a new one dropping here soon. Yeah. So, and this is where you click in to edit your website. So that's kind of an overview of all the basic areas of Command. Does anybody want me to go back to any of them or anything like that? Perfect. Well, I think we are good then. So that's just a run through of everything, all the areas you can do in Command. Now there's two profiles in Command I think it's super important to have set up, and that's going to be your marketing profile and your referral profile. So when we were talking about referrals and we went through and searched, I typed in Nashville, we searched that list of agents. That's what we were looking at. We were looking at their referral profile. So we're going to look at where to set that up today as well. Perfect. But we're going to start with your marketing profile, which is most important for all your marketing materials in your website, in designs, anything like that. So it's just going to pull automatically, so you don't have to type all of that stuff all the time. So to get to your marketing profile, you're gonna go to, you can go home to your home dashboard. You're gonna click your name at the top right, go to settings, and then it's gonna be under connect settings, marketing profile. And here we are. So use my information to brand my agent site. You want to make sure that's toggled on. This will pull in your headshot. And for any individual agents, I recommend just taking literally a picture of a blank white screen and adding that as your team logo, just because that's going to save any empty profile pictures coming up on marketing material, if that makes sense. So you wouldn't want this to come up as a gray circle if you hadn't uploaded anything, if that makes sense. Any questions about that? Perfect. No. So first name, these are going to be your details. You want to put your license number in here, your title. If you have a slogan, mission statement, anything like that. Military affiliation. So if you served or like your spouse served or something like that, you can add that in here as well. Here you can put your bio, and this will translate to across all your platforms. So you definitely want to make sure your updated bio is in here. So yeah, mine's kind of basic. Phone number, so my cell, the office number, my email address. You can type your website in right here just so that'll show up on some marketing. Just so you don't have to type it yourself, kind of when you're going through that. Market Center brokerage information. So this is going to be the Market Center logo and just the office location, in our brokerage license number, Market Center name, that sort of thing. Compliance, you don't need to worry about this because there is automatic, or there's an automated one that kind of pops up on marketing materials, but this is just if you want to customize that. Yeah, and then you can add your socials in here so they'll show up on your website and any area that is in our marketing. That also kind of brings in your Facebook or Instagram handles or anything like that. If you make any changes in here, you definitely want to hit save at the bottom, just so it knows that, hey, I'm good, like made these changes and I want these changes. But that will not automatically save, so definitely hit save at the bottom. Perfect. Okay. I feel like I kind of flew through that, but it's pretty much like just your information here. Any questions about the marketing profile? Or why it's important, like why I recommend to do it, and that's a good thing to set up kind of when you're getting started, or make sure it's set up. We good on that? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Cool. Okay, so last thing is gonna be the referral profile, and that is actually you're gonna get to that a little bit differently. So go ahead and click your name at the top right, and it's gonna show up right here, referral profile. And you want this to be set up so people can find you and actually have your picture, have your contact information, when they're looking in Columbus to find a referral partner. So this is kind of what that page looks like. It's not nearly as in-depth as the marketing profile. To add your picture, just go ahead and click this change profile picture, anything like that, and then go ahead and choose from your device, whatever picture you want to use. And then it's going to have your name, your site, your ID number, your email address, phone number, and then service areas. So to edit this information, it's just going to be edit right at here at the top right. Your name, email address, service area, and you're going to want to put like Columbus, Worthington, whatever area you kind of work in. Because that's going to tag you and bring you up on that map that we saw earlier, if that makes sense. Helps if you spell things right. Worthington. Perfect. Oop. Columbus, there we go. And then also in here, so other agents can see your business Facebook profile. If you do YouTube videos, LinkedIn, Instagram, kind of whatever you do online, you can add that in here just so they can get a better idea and kind of click on that and see who they want to work with. So opt-in, you want to make sure this is opt-in, so that way your information is going to pop up on that map. And then show on profile, so you can show how many units you've closed, sold listings, that sort of thing, just so they can see, hey, I'm an active agent, and this is what I've done. So, but I'm going to toggle these off because I do not have any business, but that's definitely something you want to show. So perfect. And now that's going to be updated, and they'll be able to click on that and see that if they're looking for a referral agent in our area. Perfect. So that was kind of all of it, the whole of it. So are there any questions? Should I go back over anything? Or do you have any specific questions or anything like that? Perfect. So yeah, I might go ahead and bring this back to full screen or stop sharing my screen. Oops. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, I do have this handout kind of printed out that I might send to everyone who is here, and it walks through steps that maybe is a little easier too. And I was going pretty fast because I'm like comfortable with this information. But I have all the information filled out here, so maybe I'll go ahead and send this to anybody who wants it. How comfortable is everyone with the app? Do we know kind of what the agent version? Okay, that's fine. I will go ahead and actually pull up my notes. Let me reshare my screen here.
Ashley, is it possible, I was just free thinking this, if we were able to like take one section of one piece, and maybe if there's an agent that is good at it has a lot filled in already, then maybe they could let it outside of the opportunities and the contacts, maybe look at theirs and kind of use theirs. Would that be, I don't know if anybody's got a lot in there that would, I mean, I'm just free thinking this. If I'm not the one to volunteer for that, but if there is somebody that maybe we could just do one segment at a time every week, I think that would help me.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely. I see what you're saying, to like see what a filled out and good looking kind of one looks like. Yeah, it'd be up to the agent if they want to share that, but this is definitely just like an overview, and I'm going to go more in depth to kind of everything, but I wanted to start with, hey, these are the foundations. So I'll definitely have more classes where we go more in depth into all of these, but just kind of showing everybody what's kind of available. But yeah, but if anybody is like, oh, mine's really well set up and wants to volunteer that, feel free to contact me and we can work on that. But I see what you're saying about like a more filled out example.
One, be able to dig into each one. I'd love that. I think that's awesome. And this is
Cool.
great. This is great. This is really good. I got a lot out of this.
Okay,
So,
good. And this is recorded, everyone, so it'll be uploaded to YouTube. So if I went too fast or you're like, oh, I forgot what that was, it's going to be on our YouTube channel. But let me go ahead and share my screen one more time. And so this is kind of the notes that I had filled up and prepared for our meeting today. But so the KW mobile app, so there are two versions available in the App Store, and you want to make sure you get the one for your CRM, which is Command. The other one is our client-facing one, so it's the one that you would send to anybody you're working with so they can register and look at your website through the app, basically. But this is the one you want to focus on, so you want the one with the white letters on the red background. And when you log into this, it's going to look very much like your Command dashboard. So if you don't have this, I highly recommend you get this. It really does just make it easier because then you can have all your tasks on your phone and you don't have to log into your desktop or sit down at your desktop every day if that's not your style. So it has the home dashboard. It will have all your contacts. Makes it really nice. You can add contacts from this app. So if you're out and about and you meet somebody, just go ahead and add them to your contacts. Or there is an easier way I can show you. But yes, adding contact from your phone, you are able to do that. And tasks, again, notifications. So that's really nice. Oh, I've got a new lead on my website, that you'll get that notification to your phone through this app. And then you can go in and be like, hey, I saw you, we're looking at this property, any questions? And then you can also see your opportunities in this app as well, which is really nice. So you can move people. Oh, I had this person, we made an appointment, now we're under contract. You can just move them over again without sitting down at your desktop. And then you have your digital business card, so you can share your contact with anybody you meet very easily through this. I have some videos on this on our YouTube channel, and I'm going to do more about with the app and that sort of thing. But if you click your profile when you're in the app up at the top left, it's going to have my business card. Just click that. It's a QR code which that client will scan and save your contact basically. And then you can share the client-facing version of the app from your app. I know it's a little confusing, but once you see it, you're like, oh, okay, totally. But this is what the app looks like that you want to download, that you should download today. Logging in is the exact same as logging into your command dashboard, same logins. Yeah. Perfect. So, and I will have more information kind of coming about the new client-facing app. So we just had all of our agent websites get updated and the new version kind of coming out. So we have a new version of the client-facing app coming out in about a month. So I'm going to do a lot more courses on that so you guys can see that once it gets released. So that's something to
Actually, that would be really helpful because sometimes it's, I hesitate to use the app or share the client facing app because I don't know on the client's end exactly what they see or receive. So if my client has questions about it, I don't feel confident to be able to help them navigate.
Totally. I totally get what you mean. Yeah. When I was like, oh, great, there's 2 apps, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to learn that. So definitely it's gonna be a learning curve, but I think it's gonna be really cool and really easy. And also, I think it's really important to adapt to it because people are looking on their phones, they're shopping on their phones. Why aren't they gonna shop? They're shopping for cars on their phones. Why aren't they gonna shop for houses on their phones? So I think it's gonna be important, but we will do it together. And yep, look at that and get that going. And yeah, kind of matching the client experience that they would get on your website.
Actually, when the new app rolls out, if they were already using the app, will it automatically update their version?
Yes, I believe like it'll, you know, when on your phone, it'll say like apps up, or you go to check your apps and everything needs updated. I believe once they update it, it'll just update to the new version. But
Okay,
they'll still be registered on your website and with your app and that sort of thing. Like that won't change, but just how the app looks. So basically, if Instagram updates and there's a new feature, it's exactly the same thing.
so their service won't be interrupted.
No, yeah, exactly. Yep. Great question though. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Well, thanks so much, guys, for coming. I thought this would be shorter, but I definitely had a lot more to say than I thought I did. So about everything. So thanks for coming and sticking with me. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me, text me, call me, whatever. I'm available. So
Thank you.
awesome. Yeah, no
Thank you,
problem. If you
Ashley.
guys-
Ashley.
Yeah, thank you. If you guys want to come work on anything at my workshop tomorrow, 2 to 4 in the training room, bring your laptops and we can literally sit down and do whatever you need. So perfect. Awesome. Thanks everyone. Have a great rest of your day. See you guys.